What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Not So Pro Fantasy Football Talk. Today, we're discussing who to pick up on the waiver wire for week 6. As always, if you guys need any help, any questions whatsoever, leave it down in the comment section below. We will answer every single question. Or if you want some outside help, consider joining our Discord. It's absolutely free, and the link is in the description below. We will be going live tonight for some extra fantasy football talk, so make sure you join us live, and we'll be discussing the details on how to enter our big giveaway. Let's get right into it. As always, we start off with quarterbacks. Number one, let's talk about Russell Wilson and this horrendous Broncos team. It is really bad, but fantasy wise, that could help you out. Now, Russell Wilson is owned in 51% of leagues, so you have a 50-50 chance on seeing him out there. But with this team trailing almost every single game, that just means tons of passing attempts. And what does that mean? A lot of opportunity to score some points. This guy is ranked 8th in QBs and is averaging 19 points. I mean, that's not too bad. I know it's Russell Wilson, but he's airing out the ball, and he should have a spot in your roster if you're in need of a quarterback. Up next, let's talk about Baker Mayfield. I'm not the biggest Baker believer, but coming off a bye week, Baker should be able to bake up some fantasy points. And I know it's a dad joke, all right? We're getting there. But this guy has been somewhat consistent. He's only rostered in 22% of leagues, so he's out there. He's available for you. He's averaging 17 points per game. He is ranked 20th in QBs. So it's not a bad option if your quarterback's in a bye week. I know we only got two teams so this upcoming week on buys, which is the Steelers and Packers, and I doubt anyone has the Steelers quarterback. Maybe some of y'all have Jordan Love out there. But that's all I got for quarterbacks. As always, if you guys want more players to choose from and you want to see a sheet that looks like this, join our Discord. Link is in the description. It's absolutely free. Let's run into running backs over here. First up, this guy should be on top of everyone's waiver priority list. Let's talk about Emari Demercado. I think I pronounced that right. Sorry if I'm wrong. But with James Conner getting injured, this team is going to suffer, right? But this is the guy to slide in. He should be on top of everyone's waiver priority. But I do want to get one thing straight. He is not going to be the bell cow of that offense like James Conner was. He will take on that workload, but he is the guy to replace James Conner. So if you have James Conner on your roster, or if you're looking to have a filler for week 6, this is the guy to pick up. Up next, let's talk about Dante Foreman, running back for the Chicago Bears. Now, this guy's been a healthy scratch for the past 4 weeks. And this week, he may come back, and he may come back to an empty backfield. What I mean by that is that Herbert is going to be missing some time with the ankle sprain, at least 3 weeks. We see Roshan Johnson having a concussion. We see Homer dealing with a hamstring injury. They might not have any running back, so he may be the only option there. Should be a good option for you to pick up. You should see some volume. I know Justin Fields likes to steal a couple of rushing attempts away, but this is a good pickup for you for fantasy football. We are very limited this week when it comes to waiver wire pickups, but we're still giving you options out there, people who are available in leagues. Up next, let's jump into wide receivers. Let's talk about KJ Osborne. Now, KJ Osborne is the guy who stepped up, right? We see Justin Jefferson go down with an injury late in the fourth quarter, and his return time is listed as all over the place. All right. We don't have a for sure or a set time that he'll be coming back. So we don't know how much time he'll be missing. What we do know is KJ Osborne is the guy to step in to that wide receiver 2 position. I want to make that very clear. He's stepping into the wide receiver 2 position, not the 1, but he is getting enough targets to find him valuable for fantasy football. Up next, let's go ahead and talk about Josh Reynolds. Just like Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, we don't know his time frame or when he will be back. Josh Reynolds was the guy to step up in that offense. He didn't have that many targets this past week. He had 5 targets, but he was the man, right? So he's going to go in there, step in, and help out your fantasy team if only if Amon-Ra is out. Another guy I want to talk about, I feel like we have to talk about this guy, is Josh Downs. He's owned in 26% of leagues, and it looks like he's starting to catch fire out there with the Colts. And with Anthony Richardson being out with injury, it looks like he's going to miss at least 3 weeks. You're going to have a Gardner Minshew in there, and it could cause some more passing attempts on that offense. Another wide receiver I want to talk about, which is not so popular in many eyes, is Jonathan Mingo from the Carolina Panthers. Now, this guy has seen a lot of target share, probably the second most consistent right behind Adam Thielen, but he cannot produce, which I think that will come over time. He is just a rookie. Let's remember that. So I do believe that this is a guy that you should keep your eye on who has a lot of potential moving forward in the season. Let's jump into tight ends. As always, I only got two tight ends here for y'all, but these guys are available in leagues. Let's talk about Logan Thomas on Thursday, led the team in targets and in yards. So that should say something on that Washington offense, and he should have a pretty good game against the Atlanta Falcons in week 6. Now, the next tight end I want to talk about is Cade Otton. He's only owned in 6% of leagues. He is coming off a bye, and normally this guy is a complimentary type player. But going into week 6, if Mike Evans is unable to suit up, dealing with a hamstring injury, this is a guy you want to look out for. Should see some passing volume from Baker Mayfield. To finish off this video, let's talk about defenses on who to stream. I'm not very fond with the defenses we have, but this is just the type of week we get, right? So first up, we got the Panthers at Dolphins. You're going to want to pick up the Dolphins there. Then the Vikings at the Bears. You're going to want to hold on to the Vikings going up against the Bears. I'm not buying in on the Bears offense just yet. After that, let's go into the Broncos at Chiefs. Hold on to the Chiefs because the Broncos are just in pure disaster. And lastly, let's talk about the Rams at Cardinals. You're going to want to pick up the Rams, who look like they're getting their stuff together these past few weeks. But that's all I got for you guys today. So hopefully this helped you out. If it did, remember, hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you guys get to enter into our giveaway is by being subscribed. So thank you all so much. And until next time, keep on grinding.